I know y'all hate it when I had to talk about, political stuff that's happening in the world of sports. But given how the crazies are doing this, managed to bring that crap in there, looking at you, Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, and Jamel Hill, kind of forced my hand. So, as you may know, I made videos about how the MLB decided to pull the All-Star game and the MLB draft out of Atlanta over the whole Georgia voting law thing, which is crazy and everything. And lots of people got pissed off about it. You got people who are now boycotting the MLB. You have former President Trump coming out and calling for a boycott of the MLB. I mean, like I said, I knew that was gonna come. Because it's like I think people, and I made a video saying that people are sick and tired of woke shit, of woke sports, and it's false and it's stupid ass false victimhood where everyone has to be a fucking victim, which I'm getting sick and tired of too because it's so goddamn stupid. However, now for the MLB, now the MLB they're being called as, and also I made a video where the MLB is being called frauds, because they managed to pull this out on the same week they managed to sign a TV deal with the Communist Party of China. Yeah. Well, now it's about to get a lot worse. This one is coming for the hill. GOP senators is now pushing to end the MLB antitrust status. Let me read it in. Republican Senators Mike Lee of Utah and Ted Cruz of Texas have joined calls to end MLB antitrust exemption following its decision to pull out the 2021 All-Star Game out of Atlanta. MLB announced the move on Friday, saying that it will relocate the game in protest of Georgia's voting restrictions signed into law last week. The decision has sparked a massive blowback from GOP lawmakers across the country. GOP Representative Jeff Dukin of South Carolina said earlier Friday that he has told his staff to start drafting legislation to remove MLB's decades-old antitrust exemption in light of MLB's stance to undermine election integrity laws. An overwhelming bipartisan majority of Americans support requiring an ID to vote, and any organization that abuses power to oppose secure elections deserves increased scrutiny under the law, he added. Our Senator Lee tweeted, Duncan Post added, "Why does MLB still have antitrust immunity? It's time for the federal government to stop granting special privileges to specify favored corporations, especially those that punish their political opponents," Utah Senator wrote on Twitter. He wrote it on April 2nd, 2021 at 6:44 p.m. Ted Cruz indicated his support for Lee's statement, tweeting that his colleague is exactly right. As Senator Mike Lee and I will be working hard to end MLB antitrust immunity, Cruz were adding the famous hashtag Go Woke Go Broke, and that was tweeted on the same day as 7:31. Cruz later Friday tweeted a link to MLB's list of official corporation sponsors, which the Texas senator claimed pressure to pull out All-Star Game out of Atlanta. Do all of them oppose voter ID? Cruz wrote. Are all of them willing to be the woke enforcers of a corrupt Democratic Party, or do all hate the 75 million who voted for Trump? And as you look, if I click on here, they're gonna show the major sponsors for baseball. I'll take a look at it, but give it a minute, all right? Baseball's antitrust exemption dates back to the 1922 Supreme Court decision, and under the 1998 Court Flood Act passed in Congress, MLB players maintain the same rights as other professional athletes under these antitrust laws, but other aspects of the sport are exempt, including franchise relocation and broadcast negotiations. Other professional sports leagues, including NFL and the NBA, do not have this exemption. MLB earlier Friday announced its decision to pull the All-Star Game out of the Peach State among mounting calls of boycott businesses and events in Georgia that failed to condemn the state newly enacted voting measures. The law required voters to have a photo ID to submit an absentee ballot and limit the number of ballot drop box among other positions. Democrats and voting rights activists have condemned the law, arguing it will disproportionately make it harder for voters of color to make their voices heard in elections. They always say that shit. It's like the only people who are only effective is person of color. And I know a lot of blacks, and a lot of minority people are beyond like, the fuck you talking about? But that's just me. That's just me. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred defended the league's decision to move the game, writing in a statement that it is the best way to demonstrate our values as a sport. Major League Baseball fundamentally supports voting rights for all Americans and opposes restrictions to the ballot box, he added. Yeah, yeah, I know. And let's take a look at the corporate sponsors who pressured to pull the All-Star game out of Atlanta. Oh, let's see. Oh my. Here's the list of all the corporate sponsors who pulled out. Arm & Hammer, Bank of America, Blue MU, Pain Relief Cream, Budweiser, Campbell, Chevrolet, Clear, Cirex, DraftKings, even Williams Bourbon, Extreme Networks, Flowstay, Gatorade, Geico, Good Sam, Google Cloud, Hancock Driving Mosaic, Hyper Ice, Loan Depot, Lysol, MasterCard, MGM Resorts, Mattel, NetSuite, NTT, Old Dominion Freight Line, OxyClean, Roman, Scott, Sirius XM, Spectrum, Taco Bell, T-Mobile, UDS, and Woodbridge. Wow. Whoa. Yep, this one, if the MLB thinks that this is going to go away, they got another thing coming. Because let's be real. It's not going away anytime soon. It's not. And all because they decided to go fucking woke, of all things. Well, I got nothing to say on this one. I mean, after all, and it ain't just. Besides, it ain't the GOP and Republicans and conservative players that's throwing these idiots under the bus. It's not Trump asking for a boycott because it's already happening. But one MLB team throws the MLB under the bus, and that's that's Georgia's own Atlanta Braves. They didn't ask for this. They just did it. Basically, Rob Manfred did this shit just so he can hope he can get woke dollars. Well, I'm gonna say, get woke, go broke. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this to all these woke sports idiots and these woke athletes and Rob Manfred. I don't want to hear shit about your ratings going down the fucking drain. Because if you're going to be honest, if you're going to keep it $1.50, you chose this. You fucking chose this. You decided to become fucking woke. And like I said, the only people, like what the Atlanta Braves said, you think what you're doing is punishing the so-called GOP? You're punishing both small businesses, including small black-owned businesses, employees who try to earn some money because they couldn't earn it during this whole pandemic, and of course the fans. And for what? Because you want to make a political fucking statement? You know, and then we got word that you signed a TV deal with communist China? Get the fuck out of here, man. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say it best. You can't say you stand up for human rights, and yet you embed with a communist party that don't give a fuck about human rights. I mean, seriously, you can't have it both fucking ways. But hey, Was gonna watch this. I was gonna watch MLB, but you know, fuck it, fuck it. Shit, I can always watch hockey and UFC. But you know, that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. I'll leave a link to this article in the description. But I would like to know what your 2 cents on this whole thing. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another update, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your significant other, this, that, and the third. Until next time, this is Darkside2K7, aka Sun Sky, signing off. Catch y'all later. Peace.